upon a time not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. I said if I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck him. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff him.
When he invites you swimming on a date, you have 3 options. 1, don't even go. 2, do a little bit of natural glam. Or the 3rd option, which is always full glam. Minimal makeup look, I'm going to start off with a Positively Radiant Moisture, and this is from Aveeno. And for primer, I'm going to use the NYX Hydra Touch. And this one's a little more expensive, but I do like the hydration aspect of it. It makes it a little bit nicer on my skin. And for foundation, I'm going to use the Neutrogena Healthy Skin, and this is in Classic Ivory. And I like this foundation because it gives an even coverage, but it still like lets my natural skin tone come through. Like I still can see all my freckles here and like some like discoloration, but like it makes your skin look like actual skin and not just like you have a ton of makeup on. Honestly, I think it's okay to let some of your like actual skin come through, and if you want to just have like natural skin days, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like absolutely not. And if you want to have full glam days, I think there's nothing wrong with that either. And in my opinion, if a guy wants to like invite you on a date and he like is already like putting in the question like, oh, is she actually gonna be like looking this way, then he's not worth your time. Clearly not. Like if he can't handle you in your natural self, then he can't handle like your full glam aspect. That's my opinion. So, but you do you. Now that I have my little bit of color on, I was gonna do a little dash of eyeshadow for fun. I'm gonna use the soft ochre from Mac, and this is a little paint pot. I've used a lot of different eyeshadow primers, but this one's just really easy to use and it's convenient. It's a little more expensive, but I think it works pretty well. And then we're just gonna brighten up the eyes, and this is from Thrive Cosmetics, and it's a Brilliant Eye Pencil in the color Stella. I've never even, this is the only product I've ever used from them, and you see like the pencil, it kind of like breaks apart on you, which is kind of annoying. You just have to be careful of that, but I do like the color of the pencil, but for that reason I wouldn't fully recommend it. It's just a little too creamy. Gonna add a light concealer, and this is the Match Perfection Match Perfection from Rimmel. And then just to make the makeup last, I was gonna set it with my broken Reserve Your Cabana, and this is from Wet n Wild. Dabbing that under the eyes because this is where I tend to lose my makeup, and down the nose a little bit. And this look is nice because even if you do get in the pool and you get your hair wet and whatever, it doesn't matter so much because it's not super crazy and it's not going to be all over your face. It's just going to like whoop, no big deal. And I was just going to add a little bit of cream blush. This is the NYX Bright Idea, and this is in Rose Petal. And that blush got a little bit too much. Just going to add a little bit more powder and tone that down a little bit. There we go. And we'll add a little bit of highlight with the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette. And we'll go for the pink opal. And then to make my lips appear a little bit larger, we'll take that eye brightener. And just kind of highlighting the lips a little bit. And then usually I would use a waterproof mascara, but I do not have one available. My favorite is either the L'Oreal Volumist like waterproof mascara, or CoverGirl Supersizer mascara in waterproof is also one of my favorites. But today I'm just going to use the Ciate Triple Shot. It works pretty well, but it's not exactly waterproof. And instead of lipstick, I'll use just a lip gloss. And this is Too Faced Lip Injection. And this is in Glossy, and the color is Milkshake. We'll just set everything off with the Urban Decay setting spray. Started on this full glam beat. To get started, I'll use the Becca Backlight Backlight Priming Filter. So this isn't my favorite primer just because it's like way too expensive in my opinion, but I do think it gives a nice dewiness to the skin. Because my makeup tends to like get kind of weird in this little spot in my skin and here, and kind of like my T-zone, I guess. I'm gonna do like a pore filling primer in that area. That is the Baby Skin Poreless Primer. I'm gonna do it on my forehead where I have a few lines, and then under my eyes where I kind of have some weirdness there, and then on my nose. And then I just push that in to make sure it's all in my skin and filling up the pores. And because we're going for a full glam beat today, combine the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain and then the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. This one has really nice coverage, and then this one gives me a nice kind of color to my skin. And then I'm also, because we're just going to be super extra, I'm going to mix in the Marc Jacobs. These are the dewdrops in the color Do You. I got this from Influencer for my review. I actually really like it to mix in with foundation. Do I think it's worth the price? Probably not. It's almost like $40 for a bottle. So I probably will not repurchase this. But if it did come in like a kit with multiple other things, I would consider repurchasing it. I just don't think as a standalone product is worth the money. Wet n Wild foundation obviously has been talked up a whole bunch here on YouTube, but I really actually like it, and the only thing that I have a complaint about is on my nose. It tends to kind of like get a little bit spotchy, and maybe that's because of me, or it's the foundation. And on the lid, I'm going to use the color Soft Ochre from MAC. If you you guys have any recommendations for eyeshadow primers, that would be really appreciated. To play with a palette I haven't played with in a while, and that's the Too Faced Chocolate Bomb Bomb palette. This like takes me back because I really used to like this palette, and I just kind of stopped using it for some reason, but it's really nice quality. I think it's just that the colors aren't like super exciting. Anyways, to start a base for the whole lid, I will use the color Divinity, and this is just a matte white shade. Oh shit. And this is a Luxie 205 tapered blending brush that I'll be using. I started with the color Almond Truffle. I'm going to deepen up the crease with the color Mocha. And then on the very outer edge, I'm just going to take, kind of feeling Bordeaux. I'm just kind of stamping that on the very outer edge. I'm just going to take the matte white shade Divinity, again, right in the inner corner. The color Satin Sheets and put that as like an inner corner highlight. I'm just going to re-blend out the crease colors again, the Mocha, Bordeaux, and Almond Truffle. And on the lower lash line, I wanted to do a little bit of pop of color with the color Totally Fetch. Obviously have to go ham with our concealer and get a little bit of wing liner. For liner, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Proline Felt Tip Eyeliner. And for concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. Of course, going to the pool wouldn't be complete without a full contour. Today I'm using the Anastasia Contour Kit, and this is in light to medium. For my under eye area, I'm just going to use this light shade that into the skin, and that's going to set my concealer. Part of it. I want more of a bronzy contour, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm just going to draw in my eyebrows with the Brow Gal by Tonya Crooks, the accompanying accompanying brush. I got this in a glossy box, I believe. I like to use the more taupey kind of brown shade in here. Alright, and then we gotta do our little blush and highlight. I'm gonna use the IBY Beauty, and this is in Peach Sheen. I gotta be super careful with it. Ooh! Because it is falling apart a little bit. Highlight, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Glow Kit in the Gleam. Do you have any recommendations for a highlight that is like this Crush Pearl? Let me know because I need it. What is missing? Of course, a lipstick. And this is the color Saint by Lime Crime. This is the Smashbox Primer Water. I kind of like this, I kind of don't. The mister is nice on it, but I kind of use my beauty blender. You'll see. And we need just a little bit of mascara. And my favorite mascara lately has been the They're Real Tinted Primer. And then I usually go over with a little mascara, but honestly, it doesn't even need it. Is dry, I'm going to take a little bit of the bronzy part of the Physicians Formula Natural Nude little shimmer strips. Alright, so this completes the date night edition for the Glam, Full Glam edition. So if a boy ever wants to take you on a date, this is how you can come, prepared. I've been seeing a lot of posts on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff about like the reality of makeup and how different people can look with and without makeup. But personally, I think it's all up to you. What you find and you're comfortable with is up to you. And it's like, if someone doesn't want to accept you for who you are, then they aren't worth your time. And that's just my personal opinion, especially with something as expressive as like makeup. I think it's all up to you what you want to do. And it's like, if you want to do full glam at the beach, who cares? That's your prerogative. So this is my tutorial and my take on my beach looks. This is my more full glam, and then I have a more toned down look, and whichever one you decide is all up to you, because either way you're beautiful with or without makeup. So hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like funny kind of tutorial and me just kind of messing around with my makeup, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.